Hey, welcome to live trading with Grandpa Sees the Blinking. What an excitingly boring day in Tesla, but we can be happy that Tesla outperformed big time today. But it's early warning. We've got I think we have trouble on the horizon, and I'm going to go through that with you. I'm going to go through my charts also, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened with QQQ, the Nasdaq, SPY, the S&P, and NVDA, NVIDIA. What happened? What happened with Tesla? How did we outperform? As we closed in the red, but yeah, it's. I never bought and sold a share all day today, and that's a rarity for me. But we had a tight range. We traded in Tesla in a $3.50 range, very tight. And I just couldn't see a real opportunity that I thought was worth the risk in either direction where we're sitting at price right now. So I just held tight, and I'll explain why here as we go along. So Tesla had a high today of 173.80, a low of 170.36, and we closed at 171.05 in the red. Um, as far as blinking's concerned and where they're buying and selling far out from the price point, they were down at $100 today, this morning, pre-market, for about an hour or so. 1,000 shares of blink. I never did see it blink, but I don't have my eyes on it every second. I don't know if it blinked or not, but if it blinked, it was 1,000 shares. Somebody bought it at $100, but we already have substance down there. Um, Pre-market and aftermarket, they were buying at 151. 200 shares of blink, and throughout the day, uh, quite a bit of it. And aftermarket, they're back at 151, 200 shares of blinking. You get a red candle or pull back, and that's what they're using. I could show you quick. They bounced up here right after hours, and it's Grandpa's opinion. It's a 100% fake out. Like when you see these red candles in the 1 minute, they're they're pulling you down with that 151. Uh, After hours, what they're doing. Now on the top side, which is kind of interesting, this morning these bad boys were up at $360 shorting, and they were getting some hits. Just phenomenal. And after hours, they, of course, you see this green right here going up after hours. They're up there shorting at 360, 360, 200 shares a minute, and that's about what they're getting is 2 to 4 shares per minute, 200 to 400 shares per minute, I should say, and they're also shorting at 181, 100 shares a minute currently. But right now we got a green and a white candle going down. It disappeared, and a green one going up in the 1 minute. It's kind of moving sideways. That's what it tells Grandpa. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna get at it here. Tesla in the red, but it outperformed. The Dow was down substantially. QQQ and SPY were both down more than twice as much as Tesla. Uh, Let me look and see that I ain't telling you wrong. Yep, over twice as much as Tesla, the SPY, and well, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were both down more than twice as much as Tesla. And that tells me that Tesla is probably going to come in line, and I think they're going to probably do it after hours or pre-market with a heck of a gap down. I could be 100% wrong, but I ain't going to have any money in it until I see what it does. I think we might be buying shares at 160 on Monday morning. And then you have NVDA, and they closed down substantially. Matter of fact, 3 times more than the indexes they closed down. Multiples. And that will drag on Tesla. It'll drag on everything. 3 times more than the NASDAQ or the S&P. NVIDIA went down today. And that's a sign of Tesla taking a dip. And you don't want to be long when they take it, okay? That's Grandpa's humble opinion. So this is your warning. Hopefully, if you have some long shares, you got to make your decisions what you want to do. All I can do is tell you what I think. Grandpa's not perfect, and Grandpa's not always right. But Grandpa never traded a share today, and that's a rarity. I see trouble on the horizon. And you also have the situation with Turkey stopping aviation fuel from going to Israel. It's a powder keg over there, just a powder keg. And they're going to go into Rafah, and they're going to take out those terrorists. And then you have Iran threatening to attack them from Iran, not just from one of their proxies. They say they're going to do it from Iran. That's a brave move on Iran's part. Israel might give them a real spanking. But all that being said, then you have Brazil, where they want X to censor their political rivals down there in Brazil, and they're finding X and threatening Elon with jail time. And I mean, if they put Elon in jail, Tesla will be $70 on Monday morning. I don't know how they go about putting him in jail, but in the world we live in, when they go after former presidents with the evidence that they seem to have, which is very little as far as Grandpa's concerned, they want Trump in prison prior to the election. That's really what they're hoping for. Any way they can manage it. So here you have substance down here at 101. You're going to see that in your future. Like I say, they were down there this morning buying at 100, but I didn't see it actually blink. It very likely could have blinked a few times that I missed it when I went to the bathroom or blinked my eyes. It happens quick. And we have substance in the 150, 152 area. We also have substance at 161. Again, we've got filled in right there. And on the top side, we have substance at 203, 250, 252 area, and of course 284. And where is 360, where these bad boys... Yeah, I used to have a line at 340 because that was the highest spot where they'd done anything, not enough for substance. But they gooped around quite a bit at 340, in the past 5 months. But now they're up there playing around at 360. The ultimate fake out in Grandpa's opinion. And they'll go to 360 eventually, because this thing's going to go to the moon. It's got so much good stuff going for it. Tesla is a buying opportunity every day of the week, in Grandpa's opinion. You know, when this thing is thousands of dollars per share, it's not going to matter if you paid 175 or 150 or 100, a whole lot, you know. But the game Grandpa plays, you know, with my in and out, it matters, and I just don't want to get caught. I don't want to. We're not in a good place here. We're not in a good range, in Grandpa's opinion. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting too long-winded again. We'll look at the weekly. I'm going to make it a little smaller. You know, here, look where we're at. We're right here, okay? And we don't have a buy signal in the weekly now. The only thing saying buy is Hull, and Hull is crazy. It's just I got it set on a 7 real tight. But and we don't have an arrow either. We have an arrow down. It's a sell signal. The candles are a sell signal, and this is a sell in the weekly and the monthly. We'll look at the daily here shortly. But the point I want to make to you is right here is not a good place when the sky is falling with these NASDAQ and the SPY going down and NVDA crashing 3 times as much as the indexes, which were down over 2 or 3 times what Tesla was down, and Tesla was down plenty. It's just not conducive with what I'm seeing to getting in. I don't want to get in a bad place. I don't need to. I already got plenty of long-term shares. So let's look at the daily. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. Wow, we come down, and I'll make it smaller first. Look at this bus. She is just... We have a sell signal now in the daily also. And here we had a brief buy signal, however brief, couple days, and now it's a sell. And what it tells you is we're moving sideways. Okay, 160 to 180 area. I'm hoping, you know, we have substance at 152, so you're going to see it. And you're going to see 101. I just don't know for sure when. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to even cut the Fed rate and lower the interest for us. No, with the CPI report and everything, of course, CPI and everything going up, fuel's going up, oil's going up. It looks nasty. It looks nasty. So be smart about your buying here. Be real smart. Don't be too quick to buy the dip with what's going on here. I'm happy I'm out, and I'll fight the game again on Monday, and we'll see where it brings us. So, okay. So that's the way it is, and I'll do another one with talk about divergence probably tomorrow and what happened, and give you some forecasts some ideas where Grandpa thinks it's gonna be on Monday possibly, but it's the way it is. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you later.